掘り出し物見てってください。ありがとうございます。また見に来てね。
何をしたいのかな。またいつでもどうぞ。
I can say that I suggested that they give Blaze something because it's kind of not fair that she's just getting nerfed. But you have to realize the patch is not finished, so you're jumping a little ahead of yourself there. The patch is not finished. That's why I was told to not really show anything from it until 2 days ago when I got permission. When does the patch come out? They don't know. Because it's a fucking nightmare to patch games now, especially when you have more than one platform. If the game was PC exclusive, then it would probably already be out, but they have to coordinate with all the certification and stuff, which is a real bitch to do.
また来たまえ。
Yeah, that's why I'm not touching the NA version right now. I don't want my shit to get uninstalled. But I've seen it happen to 2 people already. No thanks. They're also going through like 8 years of content in 6 months, and that's honestly insane. 8 years of content in 6 months means that stuff is gonna get power creeped incredibly fast. Like, way faster than intended. I've never seen a game go through that much content in that short of a period of time. Now, when DFO came back, I mean, it still took like over a year, if I remember correctly. It took a really long time.
成功のようだね。素晴らしく運がいいな、君は。
Yeah, that's kind of why I don't feel like playing it. I don't feel like it's worth my time. It really doesn't feel like it's worth my time to do that. I mean, eventually they'll get like 14 stars and stuff, and then it'll probably be more worthwhile. But right now, it just feels like kind of a waste of time.
成功のようだね。素晴らしく運がいいな、君は。
I mean, it's nice that the NA players will get to experience all the content that nobody does on here because it's been power creeped and it hasn't been updated. I think that part is cool. It's just, I personally would not waste time playing on there right now. Especially with how freaking broken the store is. I wonder if this will put it up to 10, so that's all I'm trying to do. Wow, this is actually kind of shitty. Okay, I'm not gonna bother with that anymore. That's actually a really shitty 15 star. I wonder if I have a better one. I didn't realize the potential was so bad. Maybe I have something better in here. I know I got a couple katanas just on the field. That's the only 15 star I have, I guess. What's the potential on this one? Huh. All right. Well, I'm not going to actually play this class right now, so I think I'll just let's go farm this out. Can probably grab this one very close to it. Put all that crap back in the storage. This is not worth getting to plus 30. Okay, now I have to hope somebody's just doing a, there's a good quest today, so I don't have to actually play this class. I don't have any gear for it. See if anyone's doing this. Then all I have to do is just stand there. I don't have to actually fight. I'll have to do this to increase the level cap. Pause, boost effect. Especially since I can't gain any experience. What the hell's the point? A couple clears of this should do it. Alright, there's one. Almost done. Probably take 2 clears. Thank you.
好みがまだ役立つというならば
Okay, got that one. Now I need to do Rod. I don't like this class. I just want to get off this class as soon as possible. I don't like the rifle and the range stuff. Maybe I just need to get used to it. Hey, cool, I'm done. That was easy. Well, nice. I don't have to play this class again for a while. This feels kind of awkward to me. I don't really like how the moveset works. I like the other two successors better. You need to like scale the experience on these up. It's like not even worth taking these past like level 50. Even maybe like even 40. It's too much effort to get these done, and they have not scaled the experience up like past a certain point. It's just like not even worth doing these. It's really weird. I don't get why they have not scaled them up, or at least added more difficult ones that give an equivalent reward instead of just nothing. I got like what, like 20% of a level for all that. I've been saving those for days. Like they just kind of want you to do daily orders now instead of client orders. Oh, I have a couple of these. I'll take these.
何をしたいのかな。またいつでもどうぞ。
どのクエストにする？よろしくね。
Yeah, they don't have bonus keys or like crafted PAs on the NA server. That's kind of holding me back as well. Bonus keys are a blessing. They should have started with like episode 4, but I guess they want people to experience when the game was not in a decline. Because episode 4 was like the worst era of this game by far. Episode 3 was like the peak, and then 4 was a decline. 5 was kind of okay because they added Hero, and then 6 is pretty good. I think they brought the director back from 3 for episode 6, which is helping. The guy that did episode 4 really screwed this game up. Isa! Yeah, I'm gonna change my voice back to Yukimura. So I have Basara Yukimura on here too.
あらいらっしゃい。
無駄無駄。
生き恥をさらしてでもやらねばならぬことがある。
邪魔するな。
は
邪魔するな。
そら
邪魔する
And I
な。
have Tomokazu Seki as well.
もらった。いいぞ。叩き潰す。
またいつでもどうぞ。旅立つ前の準備を忘れずに。ありがとうございます。どのクエストにしますか？
Not much to do today. The featured quest is really shitty. This one takes too long for too little experience. Since only like 3 bosses spawn, it's not worth doing. See if anyone's doing Divide quests, I guess.
待っていたぞ。
何をしたいのかな。またいつでもどうぞ。
どのクエストにする？
Well, I'd have to go all the way through the start, because I guess it doesn't carry over between characters or classes. See if I can get a grind cap, and I think I'm gonna play something else. I'm just killing time for an hour, since I have to go to my neighbor's house. No, I don't really feel like doing anything long term anyway. think I'm done on here for today. There's nothing else going on. Guides of Creation's at 6. I'd prefer to save my my boosters for that. Let me make sure that's exactly when it is. Make sure I'm here for that. I'm gonna play something else. Limited quest today is not really ideal for experience, so leveling up my other classes is just gonna be a pain. That one with the castle, it seems like it's good on paper, but there's not that many bosses, so bosses are generally where you get the bulk of your experience. Let me boot up Cheat Engine. I need to try something really quick. It's only 2 days left on that event. I could get some more grind caps, but I don't really care at this point. I'll just buy them. Sometimes you get like 2 in like 10 minutes, and then other times you're in there for hours and you don't get one. And it's kind of boring, especially when you're already maxed out. And the only thing you really have to gain from there is X cubes, or like if the off chance that like a 15-star drops, which actually did happen to me over the weekend. But it's very uncommon for that to happen. I would have liked to get my bouncer to 85 so that I could keep I could level that up to 95, but I didn't play that much yesterday. Yesterday was one of the good daily quests where you can actually level up a lot. They're not all created equal. Some of them have a really bad experience to time ratio. Unless a bunch of bosses spawn. Alright, let me okay, there's a new cheat engine table. I think it's different from the one I had before. Make sure all the values work.
オーダー受けたまわりました。
戻ってきたらこの手で切り捨ててやる。この男はおめえには取らせねえべよ。君が目がつけ。そう君もか。だが僕の獲物だ。
ここまで強いなんて。
何者だあいつ。 隠しても人気を取るか。
How's it looking on the stream right now? I put it up to, I have it on like max settings right now, besides a couple things like bloom and ambient occlusion, which I don't like in any game. Seems fine on my end. Check my task manager and see if that's like actually messing with things or not. It shouldn't be. No, not at all. It's like 50% right now. Get body. Nice. Cheat engine makes this character actually freaking playable instead of barely functional. The only thing I don't like about this level is the damn cutscenes. Get annoying.
麦わら暗殺に失敗したらしいな。
Hitbox is all weird because you can't use that move in the air normally. But just one of the worst things about this character is they make him the type where you're supposed to stay in the air, and then like half of his moveset doesn't work. And like the couple aerial enabled Musou attacks you have really shitty hitboxes. This just fixes him completely. Like that cancel I did right there would not actually work in burst mode because you're still counted in the air even when you use like a Helmbreaker to get back to the ground, which is pretty dumb. Damn, get destroyed. That was fun. I'll have to do some videos here. It's like the perfect length, and Sanji's gimmick doesn't apply here. There's no officers that he can't fight, and there's like no RNG either. You just fight for 10 minutes. Alright, let's try someone else.
悟しろ麦わら。今倒してやる。言ったはずだべ。お前には取らせねえキャベンディッシュ。
こんなところで上がれないで。誰か2人を止めて。
待っていたぞ麦わら。罪深く思い知らせてやる。待て、まだ勝負はついてないぞ。最悪の世代を全員消すんだ。
けど俺今急いでんだ。ルーシー、こっちよ。逃がしてあげる。ついてきて。
Cutscene's killing my flow. I don't care. Shut up. At least they load fast. What's up, Gro? Playing with some mods right now. I just have all the passives on at once and I can use ground moves in the air, which makes the game a lot more fun. No more arbitrary restrictions on what you can't do in the air. Oh, the mods make this game so much more fun. Even though it doesn't really do much for him, it's mostly just that he can use the that launcher. You can't use it in the air for whatever reason, which is weird because the hitbox works fine. A lot of some moves, the hitbox in the air does not actually work because it's not programmed to have an aerial hitbox. But for whatever reason, when you put that code on him, it just works fine. It makes him way more fun to play. You get more that you can do in the air instead of just one move. Also, that explosive fart move, though, the hitbox on that is pretty generous too. So a lot of times it will work in the air. I know with him, unfortunately, his actual good Musou attack does not have a hitbox when you use it in the air because it's not intended to be used in the air. Which kind of sucks. That's why I don't really play him much. There's probably a couple other characters that would be really fun with being able to cast things mid-air. But a lot of the characters I play can already do that.
Fan の頼みは断れないね。
What open BOR game are you making? I would be interested in trying it out if it's more technical than a lot of the ones that come out. Are you using rips? Like, what sprites are you ripping? They really need to add a faster way to do this shit. This is like excessive. How many times you have to do this? It gets tiring. Alright, well there we go. Martial Masters and Asura Blade, that'll make it stand out instead of just 10,000 Kios. That's like what most open BOR games are, is you fighting like 15,000 Kios. And the mechanics are just like the same as anything else you could play. So I like the sprite rip choice, even though I haven't actually seen it. There's something else I wanted to try. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna try Bloodstained. I'm gonna try Bloodstained and see if that doesn't have random frame rate spikes anymore. But I've seen people play it, and the game's just poorly optimized. Let's see if I can run it at 144 FPS. I don't think the computer will have a problem. It's just that the game spikes like crazy. Try Assault Spy at that too. I have the INI files saved, since I don't have a bottleneck anymore. A lot of games are running better. They're at least like the CPU usage is down. Like One Piece ran at 60 FPS. It was just that it was maxing my CPU, and I still don't know exactly what the bottleneck was. I think it may have been just the CPU. It's possible it may have been the power supply as well, because I did not change my GPU. It may just like have not had enough wattage to run everything. I don't know what caused it, but it's gone now. Everything seems to run perfectly fine. Let's try Bloodstained and then Assault Spy, and then I think I need to head out soon. Didn't really have any objective today. Just felt like playing for a little bit. I think all my mods stopped working. Oh, no, this still works. I have no weapon. I can't, like, do much. Gotta be a weapon around here somewhere. There we go. Yeah, the Switch version of this game is tragic. Tragic is putting it nicely. The input lag on the Switch version before they patched it was like, it was unbearable. And keep in mind, Bloodstained already has pretty floaty platforming. It's not as responsive as like the DS games. So when you add, like, the game already has like natural floaty platforming, and then you add in like 8 frames of input lag, it was unplayable. Never mind the 30 FPS and like the load times and the crashes and stuff, but like the input lag just didn't work. If the jumping wasn't so floaty in the game, it probably wouldn't have felt as noticeable, but you already have to jump a lot slower than what you're used to in like other games like that, especially like Metroidvanias that have come out recently. They have much more responsive jumping. So when you add like a ton of input lag on top of that, it's just unbearable. I really don't know what the hell, how they launched it the way it was. And it still runs at 30 FPS too. They did fix the input lag from what I hear, but 30 FPS platformers just don't feel good. And there's no way to sugarcoat it, really. If your platformer runs at 30 FPS, it's just not going to feel satisfying. I guess Bloodstain can kind of get away with it because it's not as responsive as it should be, but still in general, platformers have been 60 FPS since like 35 years ago. I don't really think it's having high standards to expect a platformer to run at that frame rate when like Mario Brothers did back in 1985. It's not even a good-looking game either. The art style really holds it back. This is running pretty good. It does drop frames a little bit. See if I can max the settings now. Not like it really matters on this game. This game doesn't have the best assets. It has fucking amazing gameplay, but it's not the best looking game overall. I think it looks good in motion when you're doing a bunch of crazy shit, like breakneck speeds. I beat the Bloodless, and then I waited a minute for the game to load the next area. I thought it crashed. Total black screen with no music playing. Yeah, that sounds like Bloodstained Switch to me. What a mess. I know if you jailbreak your Switch, you can actually overclock it and get it running at 60 FPS. That would probably help a lot. But unfortunately, my Switch is legit because I get review keys and I work with developers and stuff. I've wanted to get a jailbroken Switch and overclock it. That sounds like that. I would really like that. A lot of the games that run bad, I follow somebody on YouTube who has a jailbroken one, and he shows all the patches the homebrew community makes. I'm like, wow, I would really like to have that, but I'm not going to hack the one I use for the channel, especially since you guys paid for like, I think I raised enough for like half of the Switch, and then I paid the rest myself, that fundraiser I did 2 years ago. But now it's so damn hard to find a Switch because of Animal Crossing, so I don't know when I'll get around to that. I don't know how you hack it either. I would definitely like a jailbroken one. I have 2 Vitas. I have a legit one with all my purchases, and then I have one that I just use just for emulation. That's definitely the best way to do it. I know the 3DS has the same thing too. Like there's some overclocking you can do for that as well. As far as I know, it doesn't actually damage the Switch. It just makes the battery life really bad, and the battery life can already go down pretty quickly depending on what you're playing. So I think you would mostly use it for like short bursts or if you had like a power bank or something, but actually like out away from your house playing it, it doesn't seem like it would be that practical. You would run out of juice really quickly. Where's that table I had? I can't find it. Too many trainers in here. I don't know how they were going to get that game to run on the Vita. That's what genuinely intrigues me. Like, Bloodstain was originally supposed to come out on the Vita, of all things, and they can't even get it running on the Switch. It may have actually run better on the Vita because they probably would have had to make a custom engine. Unreal Engine 4 and the Switch just don't mix. There's very few games that run at a locked 60 FPS or even above 30 FPS at all on UE4. I'm pretty sure they could have done it, but they got a really shitty porting studio to do it, and then they had to hire other people to fix it, including like Epic themselves apparently, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. Like the port was so bad that they had to bring Epic in themselves, the creator of the engine, to make it like actually work. Where's that Strive table? I can't find it. Let me see if I can get it again. Well, they chose Unreal Engine 4 for their engine, which, if you want your game to run on the Switch and it to not be a slideshow, then that's generally not a good idea. I think if they had put that game in like Unity, if they had made it with like Unity instead of Unreal Engine, it probably would have run a lot better. Unity and the Switch tend to be pretty good friends, but it's Unreal Engine 4. It's just like not. It's not a good combination. I find it funny how they when they announced Unreal Engine 5 last month, they're like, oh, it's going to support the Switch. I'm like, what? At like 240p, 10 FPS? Like, what does it matter? I hear it's supposed to be easier to work with, but I mean the reality of it is that it's just not going to run well. They really need a more powerful Switch more than anything right now. I think that's what they desperately need. I hate all the people that like they say that the Switch is powerful enough that it doesn't need an upgrade. It's like, you guys realize that, like, probably like 80% of the games on there are ports, right? When the PS5 and the Xbox Series X come out, those ports are going to dry up. I mean, it can barely handle like ports from last gen. I mean, there are some ports like Vesperia Definitive Edition and stuff which run perfect, but the majority of them barely run at all. Like, you guys will be eating your words when next gen comes out and those ports either don't exist or they run like shit. I just want to, like, facepalm whenever someone says that. It's like, you really think that the Switch being weak is not going to affect it within the next year? Going to be a lot of games that won't be able to come to it, or they'll run so poorly that the developers won't care to actually make it work, because it's too much effort for it to not even look or run well.
Devil May Cry.
Huh. Well, that cheat table is not working. Had to install PSO2 again. Yeah, you're like the fourth person I've heard that the game has uninstalled itself. And it's harder to get rid of than a virus. That's the worst part. Like, you can legitimately have an easier time removing, like, malware or, like, crypto miners from your computer than PSO2 North American. What sense does that make? That's just, like, crazy to me. Because it's a Windows product and it prevents you from having the permissions. So it can be legit harder to run, to get rid of. And, like, actually having something infecting your computer. What a mess. I don't know why they didn't do a beta. They should have negotiated it better. It's like, yeah, you guys can fund it, but we're going to put it on Steam. That would have solved pretty much all the problems. The game, it's obviously not the game's problem. It's the Windows Store that barely functions. It has nothing to do with the game itself. The only thing that changed with the game is that it's running on an updated 64-bit client. The Japanese version still runs on 32-bit because it's such an old game. You can run it on Windows XP. So all the problems people are having with it is it's all exclusively the Windows Store, just not working. It says a lot that, like, I can play the Japanese version just fine, and then if I switch to the North American version, my controller stops working.
That guy really do this? Well, no accounting for taste.
Yeah, Trish, you're not playable. Get out of here. Can't play without the trainer. I wonder why the trainer doesn't work. It's weird. We'll have to ask around. Anyway, I think I will do one more thing. It seems like all the games I normally play are all working a lot better, except DMC5's the strive table doesn't work for whatever reason. I'm sure they will come out with a Switch Pro. It may have actually... It's probably going to come out next year. They need to do some kind of hardware refresh. The only hardware refresh they've done is just better battery life. They haven't actually done anything with the hardware. There's probably been enough advances in technology to maybe get it at like docked performance in handheld, and then maybe make it run at a higher clock speed. Well, that would probably help quite a bit. And then like still have the games be backwards compatible. But they don't even really have to do that. I know that the what was it, like the DSi and I think the new 3DS actually had some exclusive games. I don't know how they'll do it, but they need to do it. That's kind of all that really needs to be said about it. They have to do it at some point. Hello, I'm about to sign off. I have to go to my neighbor's house shortly. I think I'll play like one more game. DMC5's trainer's like not working for whatever reason, so I'll have to fix that off stream. Fucking trash. I started playing this again just because I wanted to see if it ran any better. It really doesn't. It does in some ways. I just want to see how this runs while I'm streaming, and then I need to go eat lunch. It's kind of more like Linner at this point. It's like 3 o'clock. I haven't eaten all day.
Ready?
I need to go get some food in me. Yeah, they gave me 20,000 rubies, which is like, I don't know, $250 or some shit. It was like a refund event for all the rubies I spent while I was still playing. So I got a bunch of the characters. I'll show them off after this.
You win!
I guess it's just the emulator that's causing this problem, because it's not taxing my computer at all. I'm at like 50% usage. I got 2003 Terry. I Awakened Mai, which is like some new pay-to-win grind system. I got Mei Li, whatever, Music Idol Kula or some shit. I got Shang Fei, Omega Rugal, Orochi, Lolly Zero, which is fucking dumb. Female Billy Kane, Zero, Kayla 14 Geese, and then Mukai.
可能などない。
Be right back. Alright, my neighbor said to come over at 3:30, and I need to take a shower, so I have a little bit more time. A little bit more time to play.
Ready, go!
I guess I can't skip to more challenging. I need to actually change the controls. I was hoping I'd get some time to do that, but it didn't let me. Alright, I'm gonna try to get my namesake. They have Nameless in this game now, and he's supposed to be like one of the best characters. I seriously have not played this game in like, it has to be like 6 months. It's been a really long time since I played this. They made it easier to get the characters, but it's still a Whales utopia. I guess now that they have the awakening system, you basically have to be a whale to do the end game. Alright, let's try to get Nameless. I have one more attempt. It's probably gonna be fucking Joy. Yup. Yeah, that was close. Jin. Trash. They also got rid of pities too, which I feel is really freaking shady. How do you not have pities? You want people to get dupes so that they can level up their characters and do the new endgame stuff, but they don't have pities in the game anymore. So you basically just have to keep trying and trying and trying over and over, which I think is pretty dumb. It's actually not a bad deal, but I'm not going to spend that right now. I have to see if I really even want to come back. I kind of do. I'm kind of getting tired of Honkai Impact. These are all pretty much the same thing, I guess. What is this one? I'll grab this one so I can try to get Nameless. Let me put on a sensor screen so you guys can't see. I will do that, and then I need to go. I need to hop in the shower and get over there. Okay, so he's in this one, right? Yeah. I'm gonna get some trash character, I'm sure. Wait. No, I got a Roshi. Oh well, that's actually pretty good. See if they have another one of those. I can justify $20. Where do I go to do that again? That one greatly reduces the RNG. Gives you actually get a guaranteed one. It's stupid how you can't select them anymore, though. That's what kind of prevents me from wanting to spend a lot of money on this game. You can't just choose anymore. Yeah, this one only has a bunch of trash in it. I don't think they have another one of those ones where you can just choose. I was like, I could spend another $10 and get another chance, but all of these are basically much worse chance. The pool is too big. Pretty shady how they got rid of pities. They made it easier. They made it easier to get the characters. It doesn't feel like it's such a fucking like wild goose chase anymore. But they got rid of pities. So you can never get to the point where you just get something guaranteed. It's always going to be random. Yeah, the drop rate on these is trash. Well, it looks like I need to go, so I will mess with this later. I can justify buying that package if I do decide to come back to the game. It's Honkai Impact, I'm not really playing that much anymore. In PSO2, I already have a guaranteed loot box item that lets you just pick whatever you want. So on maintenance on Tuesday night, when it comes back up, I can pick whatever is the most expensive and make money there. So I won't be spending any money on that either. We'll have to consider it. I need to test the game a little bit more. It seems like it's running okay. It's not taxing my computer at all. The game is just it runs really bad on emulators, even if you have a beast computer. I definitely do have a pretty good computer now. It's like $1,500 worth of components in it. I have one of the best CPUs in here right now. My GPU could be better, but I doubled my RAM, so it's not on my end. It's just the game. I would play it more if it had a PC port, but they don't seem to want to do that for whatever reason. Anyway, I'm just gonna go to my neighbors for a bit. Let me see when Guides of Creation is. That's probably when I'll come back. Guides of Creation is at 6, so hopefully I'll be back for that. And then I'll probably play some other stuff too, especially since I have permission to play the Streets of Rage 4 patch. That's most likely what I'll do. Probably Streets of Rage 4, KOF All-Star, and then PSO2 will be in a couple hours.